Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man as voted by Steve Barra, Eric Constan, Bastian Salabanzi. This is the podcast they would recommend for you. So you should also recommend it to your friends, and then we can have a huge podcast. We do this every single Friday right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Today we are only 1 hour and 16 minutes late. You know what? Better late than never. I really don't have time for complaints. Let's shout out everyone in the chat. We got Master Swag, Scrambles NBD, iBookBoy, Infamy, Beeve Stera, Captain Six Crazy, Chris Loves 40s, Master Swag, Freedom. We're in black and white today. Why are we in black and white? I don't know, but I'm about to open up a Steve Weiser because I can. Why not? The taste of freedom. It's been a pretty uneventful week. This will probably be kind of a shorter podcast, but I got some stories, whatever. I got some news articles to share, and I'm excited, happy to be here. So, last night, it's something that's kind of rare for me. I got into, not an argument, I just got really fucking annoyed at all my friends. And maybe it was my fault, maybe it was their fault. I got really annoyed, and I think I made, the right decision, right? I said, you know what? You guys are all getting on my nerves. I'm going to go home. So I go home. I grabbed a case of beer, grabbed a case of Steve Weisers. What? And I went home, and I was like, okay, I can either sit down and watch Stranger Things. I was like, you know what? The weather's nice. I have a fence around my front yard, like a small fence. So I closed my fence. I went in the front yard. I set up a little lawn chair. I let the dog out. I opened my Steve Weiser, and I laid down on the cold cement and just watched cars go by, stared at the sky in silence, listened to some music on my phone. And I'll tell you what, I felt better. So how do you feel now? You know what? I feel better. I felt better. Sometimes all you need is to get away from everybody, sit down in some silence with you and the dog in the front yard, and just watch the cars go by. It was peaceful. It was nice. I feel like that's as close as I'm going to get to, meditation. By the way, I followed this guy, I don't even know his name, on Instagram. It's this guy who he's like an Indian-looking guy, Middle Eastern Indian guy, wears the thing on his head. Oh, God, yeah, cancel time. And people just ask him questions about, wisdom, and he gives these really easy to understand answers. It's really cool. I wish I could share who it is. Whatever. I'll put him in my story or something. So that was last night. Skateboarding this week went pretty good. I'm getting a lot of positive comments on my video I put out today, which was me relearning blunt slide on a little ledge. Went skateboarding, did a 1-inch blunt slide, then did a 1-foot blunt slide, then blunt slid half the box, and then did the whole thing. It was great. And skating's getting a little bit better. The bad part is the weather's getting really bad. So this is the time of year when I start to really question myself. Something about being in the super hot, you guys don't understand if you don't live somewhere as hot as it is here. And I know some of you guys are like, well, I live in Texas, it's hot there. Oh, I live in Florida, it's hot here. I know, humidity is different. I wouldn't be able to survive out there in if it's 90 and humid, I'm dying. Okay, I understand. But the dry heat, I'm not saying it's better or worse, but I'm saying it's way fucking different. So I get super hot, I'm sweating, I start spitting, my nose starts running, and then I start to doubt myself. Something about the weather, it just gets in your head. So I'm like, oh, should I even fucking try to land this trick? Why am I here? YouTube sucks. Then I start hating on myself, your toe's just gonna keep dragging. Why don't you just quit now, you fucking piece of shit? And eventually I land it. I haven't failed too many tricks this year yet, but also knowing when to quit is a good thing. So skating is going okay. Speaking of skating, I was at, obviously the bar. I feel like I tell every story it starts with I was at the bar. I was at the bar the other day, and I saw this guy that I recognized from a long time ago. He used to skate bunker. He used to do back 180s. That was pretty much his only trick. So I was like, hey, dude, I know you. You used to skate. I used to skate with you. And I know that he heard me. I 100% know that he heard me. And he ignored me and walked away. and in my mind, something about that moment, I just wanted to walk up and knock this fool the fuck out. It drives me fucking nuts. I don't know why. Something about being ignored, like something about being cool guide really chaps my ass, young man. Nah, it really fucking gets on my nerves. So it's not that big of a deal, you know, I just went on with my life. But man, it's just that moment in your head, you're just like, those fucking red alerts going off. But you know what? That fool fucking sucked at skating. So yeah, have fun quitting after barely learning back 180, you fucking piece of shit. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just in my feelings. You know what? Maybe I'm just a romantic kind of guy that has like all these feelings all the time. Whatever, dude. That got on my fucking nerves. What else has been going on? Yesterday, I was trying to get healthy, right? I said, hey, my friend Nick. I said, Nick, you want to come over? I'll make us a chicken salad. I'll make the Caesar dressing from scratch. Yeah, how long can I go without mentioning that? I'll make the dressing from scratch, and we'll just have a nice little evening before we go out and grab some couple of drinks or whatever. And he's like, cool, that sounds great. And right as he's like leaving his driveway or whatever, one of my internet friends, Muy Bastante, says, hey, I just won some money or whatever. I want to pay it forward. I bought you a pizza. And she sent a pizza to my house. So now I got a pizza at my house. I'm like, well, you know what? Fuck being healthy. We ate the pizza. And that was a great story. Nice story, Steve. Wow, you're really killing it with the topics. Yeah, I was going to make a salad, then I ate pizza. Applause. How could I ever talk shit on any other podcast when I just told that story? What a boring topic. Why did I even write that down? Holy shit. Let's read this news article. God damn it. We're kind of just going to skim through it. Man moves into Las Vegas apartment without knowing someone was killed there. One man moved into an apartment in the northwest Las Vegas, but after he moved in, he learned it was the site of a murder just a few months ago. Luciano Perez was scouring the internet for a good deal. He found a 3-bedroom unit starting at $1,600. They signed a lease. When I moved in, I unloaded my stuff from the truck. My neighbors stopped me. You know what happened there? You sure you want to move there? On move-in day, neighbors told him a young woman was murdered in that very same unit. Quote, I was feeling really frustrated. I never expected because I started... What the fuck? Hold on, let me read... Okay, my God. Let me read this. I feeling really frustrated. I never expected because I started new home and new life. I don't want to make fun of this guy because it's probably like his accent. Maybe English is not his first language, but whoever wrote this article, you could have taken the liberty of turning this into a complete sentence. Is that too much to ask? Or just don't put the quote in at all. Or you can just say, Perez said he was feeling very frustrated. He never expected this because he was hoping to start a new life. You didn't have to write, I feeling really frustrated. I never expected because I started new home and new life. Holy shit. Okay, whatever. So the interesting part of this article is this. Quote, per Nevada law, we do not have to disclose if it was a homicide or a suicide. However, we would have to disclose, per Nevada law, if it was meth or any other chemical-related death. If you're moving into an apartment, per Nevada law, if someone was brutally murdered in there, they don't have to tell you, which I don't care. But if someone died from a heroin overdose, they have to tell you? That's interesting. I can't really see the reasoning behind that. iBookBoy says maybe hazardous waste. I mean, maybe. It's not like you get the heroin and you're like rubbing it on the walls and hiding it in the carpet. Then again, you know what, with the carpet, you know what? It came to me. What if these people did meth every day of their life, right? And meth is like a white powder or like right? Or no, on Breaking Bad, it's blue. I'm not much of a meth expert, a meth pert. Well, let's say it's a white powder, white crystals powder, whatever. And let's say you do it every single day. Eventually, some of it's going to fall down and get in the carpet. It's going to be in the carpet. Now, let's say you move in there and you have a small dog, like maybe a little chihuahua, and the chihuahua's sniffing around the carpet, and now your chihuahua's a fucking meth addict. Next thing you know, chihuahua's fucking stealing your change, right? lying, rearranging fucking plates and chairs everywhere. Chihuahua goes out, steals a spare tire, shows up, starts pawning all your fucking old VHS tapes. Now you got a fucking meth addicted Chihuahua. See, that's probably why it exists in the law. You can't tell me I'm not funny. So anyways, somebody got murdered in this apartment. I don't care about ghosts, okay? I was talking about this in the pre-show. When I buy gun parts, I buy blems. Blem means blemished. So it means there's a scratch in the metal, or the outside of it is slightly like uneven or something. But the gun part will function 100%. Nothing's wrong with the internal like workings of the gun. It just has a scratch on it. It's not pristine, right? It's not mint. Or what does mint mean? Maybe it's not in perfect condition. And when that happens, the part gets like marked down by like 30%. So all the guns that I have are marked down 30%, because if it shoots, then you're good. I didn't get this gun to fucking make an Instagram about it. It's not some model, okay? It's there to fucking explode. And if it gets dropped, it gets dropped. Or, you know, if it scrapes up against a wall or whatever, who fucking cares? So when it comes to an apartment, I would look at it the same way. Like, if somebody died there and it's 30% off, good, cool. Shit, I might have to step in there and kill somebody my damn self to get it 30% off, because I don't believe in ghosts, right? I'm like, a spooky ghost, something bad, if the bad juju is in here, the bad energy, fuck you. I don't think any of that's real. I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm just saying I've never seen it and I don't care. You know what I do care about? 30% off. I think 30% off is a better deal than worrying about a ghost. I think one is a higher priority. My priority goes money, guns, bitches, and then ghosts. It goes God, family, country. God, family, country, money, guns, bitches, and then ghosts. Holy shit. I don't know, something about that. I heard somebody the other day, I think I was watching like a survival show, like Survive in the Wilderness, and this guy goes like, you know me, I'm a Texas boy. It goes God, family, country, and then survival. Or something. I was like, dude, you really wanted to say that on TV? You really had to brag about your little country song? Whatever. Let me drink of my Steve Weiser, goddammit. Freedom. Tastes like freedom. What the fuck were we talking about? Yeah, if you're gonna get an apartment, I would like to hear your guys' thoughts. Whoever's in the chat room, and then whoever watches this maybe on YouTube. Is it a big deal if someone died in that apartment? As long as they're not like a death stain, which maybe there is. As long as they cleaned it up, right? Like, obviously you don't want blood splattered on the walls next to your fucking meth carpet. And you don't want like, it'd be the same as if somebody like took a shit everywhere. Like, you got evicted and you shit like a, you shit the words fuck you and you smeared it into the carpet. Oh, why am I thinking of this stuff? This is coming from the guy. My friends got evicted. I've told this story before. My friends got evicted from an apartment on Rancho and Rancho and Vegas Drive. Not too far away from where I currently live. And they got evicted and they said, fuck this apartment, dude. We're not paying our fees. We're not doing shit. So they kind of like trashed the apartment. So we went in there. I'm not proud of this, but it is a hilarious story. And I've told the story in great detail, but I'll speed it up right now. I took a shit onto like a newspaper, and then we went up to the vent, the air conditioning vent, and unscrewed it. And I tossed my shit into the air conditioning vent and then screwed the vent back on. And then after we left, we opened the refrigerator, unplugged it, opened the refrigerator. Actually, there was no power. Opened the refrigerator and let all the food out, and then turned the heater on full blast and then left. So it was that hot doo-doo. And then we came back like a week later just to see what had happened, and they quarantined. There was like tape around the door. They quarantined it. I don't know why. Probably. I'm wondering, when I think about that story, I'm wondering who found the doo-doo. And like they had to go up there, unscrew it, and be like, oh, here it is. Here's the source. We get on a ladder, climb up on a ladder, unscrew it. You would need like a stick or something, because I threw it down the vent. You would need like a stick, a shit stick. Oh man. I also remember in that apartment, oh my God. I remember I found a big ass rock, probably like, I don't know, 50 pounds. I got this rock and I walked it upstairs. Boom, boom, boom. And I bring it up there. I'm like, look, I carried this big ass rock up here. And they're like, dude, why? And I was like, I was going to throw it out the window. So I threw it out the window, and in the backyard, the bottom neighbors had like an awning. Like an awning to like block the sun. Think of like a carport, or those things that they put over cars, like a little car protector, what they have in like apartments. I don't know what you would call like a shade provider, whatever it is. I threw this giant rock out there and it completely collapsed. Their whole awning just boom collapsed, loud as fuck. It just crushed into itself. Oh man, being a kid, right? I was just talking earlier about we were talking about WikiLeaks. We were talking about people having to take responsibility for their actions, and I'll tell you what, man, really did a lot of unfair things in that apartment. But I never got in trouble for it. And as far as I heard, no one who lived there ever like got in real trouble. They probably had to pay extra money, but nobody went to jail. And I think the doo-doo and the destroying of the awning, they would probably be considered like criminal crimes. A crime. Okay, moving on. This article is ghosts are dumb. You hear me, ghosts? You out there? You're dumb. Yeah, stupid ass bitch. Stupid ass bitch, Candyman. Last thing I have to talk about. It's gonna be a short podcast. I told you guys this. I got gas the other day. I got $20 on gas. Thanks, Joe Biden. Thanks, Joe Biden. I got $20 on gas. I put the nozzle in my gas tank. I hit go, and then usually I have this time to reflect, check my Instagram, check my emails, go through my text messages. I put it in. I push the nozzle. It goes 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Click. And I'm like, what? I looked at it. All $20 had went into my tank. I said, damn, $20 in 2 seconds? How did that happen? And then my gas tank went up like about a millimeter. I was like, wow, I've been hearing about all this gas price bullshit, but only now do I see, like, the numbers don't matter to me, right? I'm always going to be getting gas. I don't look up there and go, oh, $5.70. Oh, what the hell is this prices? But things I do remember is me not having enough time to check my fucking Instagram. I took those moments for granted, right? I used to fill up my gas tank, and it would take me, 3.5 hours to put in $20. It would just be going and going. I'd check my email, listen to a song. I'm like, damn, dude, this getting gas takes forever. Well, why does it take forever? Because it used to be cheap. You used to fill up your whole tank. It would just be there, chugging along, just bloop, 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 putting in gas. Nowadays, the gas is so expensive. Your $20, that's just a quarter of a gallon. Boom, done. So it's a rough time for me. You know what? The moral is, though, sometimes you don't appreciate the happy moments, the little things, until they're gone. Yeah, I used to get annoyed that it took so long to fill up my gas tank. You know what? I miss those days. I miss those days. Anyways, that's all I got for the podcast, guys. It's been a short one. We made it to about, 20 minutes? Yeah, you're welcome. I said the other day, I was reading a comment. This guy says, wow, dude, your podcast is only 25 minutes? Dude, you've really fucking fell off. You can't even find anything to talk about? Listen, I could sit here like Joe Rogan and just daydream about shit. I could just make up facts. I could just be like, oh, what are you? Man, airline food, right? But boy, does that stuff have flavor. Man, I was on the airline and then I got food and then I picked up the food and put it in my mouth. I could talk about the most pointless shit ever. Okay? And I don't want to point out anything negative about what anyone else is doing, but I tried to watch a skateboarding podcast the other day. I clicked like 15 minutes in and it was just like, this guy just like, yeah, man, I tried to kickflip. Ooh, man. And then I did a frontside flip. I said, wow, this is boring. And then I clicked 30 minutes ahead. Boom. And then I just hear like, yeah, that guy, he's good at the heel flips. He can really pop the heel flip. And I said, oh my God, I'm dying of boredom. And then I clicked 30 minutes ahead of that. And it was just like, yeah, I was sponsored. Yep. By these companies. They were sponsoring me. And then I fucking grabbed my computer and I choke slammed it like fucking The Undertaker. And I said, my podcast, you could never do that. You click anywhere in the middle, you're going to be confused, but there's going to be something of like flavor. You're going to get something. There's going to be something, you're going to get substance, no matter where you fucking click it. All right? So yeah, if the podcast is only 20 minutes long, guess what? We ran out of substance. Okay? That means it's over. Like, we could sit here and I could outbore you guys, but guess what? You know what I say? Remember in school you had to write those essays and they had to be 300 words? Well, guess what, bitch? Maybe my story's only 272 words, but it's way fucking better than this fucking idiot's stupid ass story. So you should judge the story based on how good it is, not how many words it is. Piece of shit. Stupid ass comment. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me get a hell yeah from everybody in the chat so I can shout you guys out. We're going to wrap this up. My friend D-Mob just texted me. He's most well known in my circle for being my co-star of the Pop Shove It late flip video. So I'm looking forward to reading his text. I turned my phone off during the podcast. So I appreciate you guys here. No donations today. That's okay. If you have money, I think you should give it all to me. But if that's not a possibility, that's fine. What you can do for me is tell a friend about the podcast. All right? Don't tell them about no other bullshit skating podcast about, oh, I did a kickflip and I'm sponsored. Boring. Falling asleep. Tell a friend. Tell your coworker. Tell your mom and your dad. Tell them about this podcast. Tell them what you like to listen to. Then you guys can all sit on family night after church. You can all listen to this podcast. Yeah, thank you. I'm saving families all over the world. See? Joseph Smith. You gotta learn something from me. All right. Chris Loves 40s, Captain Six Crazy, Dick Maximus, Infamy, iBook Boy, Ashley Wave. That's all we got, man. You guys can always catch this podcast live every single Friday around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Although we're always late, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. If you missed the podcast, you can always watch the rerun on Sundays on iTunes, on Podbean, and also on YouTube. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Watching live is always better than watching later, but you know what? I give you guys both. It's like all you can eat sushi here. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. As always, don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. God, country, family, bitches, money, hoes, drugs, and then ghosts.